Hello and welcome to Rodney Parade, the first time we've been here for under-20 Six Nations since 2008. And Newport is putting on quite the show. It is wet and wild, and two teams who are ready to put on a show, having tasted defeat already in this tournament. The crowd are out in numbers and they're expecting a great contest. It is Wales versus Ireland. It's round 3 of the under-20s Six Nations, and we are counting down to kick off. It's currently 12-5 to England. They've kicked off already against Scotland, looking to go 3 out of 3. We're here at Rodney Parade for Wales versus Ireland. And tomorrow, France travel to Treviso to face Italy. Both teams looking to bounce back after defeat in round 2. England top the table with 2 wins from 2. Other than that, it's a bun fight. A win for either team tonight will take them up to second. Overnight, Scotland, now 2 years without a win, bottom of the pile. Well, great news for Wales supporters. Ireland's last away defeat in the Six Nations came in Wales. Bad news for Wales fans. It was against France 1,319 days ago. Such has Ireland's form been in this competition. But there is a new sense of purpose about this Wales team. The set piece is better. There's genuine belief that they can compete with the top teams in this competition. And with both teams having already tasted defeat, the rebuild has begun. Victory for Ireland last week, superb in the opening quarter against Scotland. Wales battled hard, but were ultimately victorious, and deservedly so. But the rain and the fire mix here at the home of the Dragons. It is a long walk from the tunnel to the halfway line, and plenty of opportunity for these young players to really soak in this fantastic atmosphere. The last time Wales played here, they had a couple of unknowns. Lee Halfpenny, Justin Tipperick, Sam Warburton, Dan Biggar. But it's all smiles tonight for the likes of Harry Beddle and Éanna McCarthy, leading their respective teams out. And these are the great games that they all look forward to. And we've got 2 teams out on the pitch who genuinely believe that they can win this game. For Wales, it'll have felt like far too long. For Ireland, it'll feel like 7 in a row against the Welsh. Will get their campaign back on track. It is round 3 of the under-20 Six Nations 2025. It is Wales versus Ireland. But before we get underway in the rain, it is time, of course, for the anthems. Well, thankfully, the swimwear's been cast aside, and we can have a look at the teams. Johan Emanuel returns to the starting 15 in a front row with tournament top try scorer Harry Thomas and Sam Scott. Tom Cottle gets his first start for the 20s, having impressed off the bench, and Dan Jemin shifts from the engine room to the back row with Bedell. Just the one change in the backline from victory over Italy. A debut for fullback Jack Woods. Harry Wild has been past fit after leaving the field for an HIA in the win over Italy a fortnight ago. He joins the back three with Bowen and Boshoff, both got on the score sheet already. Doak, with his relatively new group, keeps changes to a minimum, but Tom McAllister comes in for Alex Mullen. It's his first start at tight head. Otherwise, the pack is unchanged, and Aina McCarthy captains the side. All 8 forwards have appeared in the 3 rounds so far this tournament. As for the backs, there's been a little shift in the midfield. Conor Farhi goes back to 13. Owen Smith back in at 12. The back 3 is unchanged, and Charlie Maloney brimming with confidence after a hat-trick on his first start on the wing for Ireland a couple of weeks ago. And then on the bench, Cardiff Met's Evan Wood returns for the first time this tournament. There are debuts for both sides. Owain James, Luke Evans and Kaio James for Wales, and Mikey Yard will make his Six Nations debut, as will Tom Wood, the son of Ireland and Lions legend Keith. Well, many eyes on Tom Bowen on the left wing. Had an electric start to life in blue and black and in red as well. A try scorer on his first start last week. He'll be up against Charlie Maloney, the right wing, left wing. Opposition will be superb. A hat-trick for him. He's busy. He's all around the park. He has been an outstanding addition in the back 3. The referee, Morgan White, he's assisted by Jeremy Rosier and Rue Campbell. The TMO, Sam Grove-White, should they be required. And Morgan White, well, he refereed Wales in Italy. Very, very different conditions from the Italy game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Ready?
So here we go. Ireland looking for 7 wins in a row against Wales.
Harry,
Wales looking for back-to-back wins in the under-20 Six Nations for the first time since 2020. Harry Wild in the red of Wales gets us underway, and round 3 can get going here in Newport. Billy Corrigan taking that. Ireland in the changed white jerseys tonight, and as Clark Logan, well, sets himself for a box kick but has to dummy under pressure. We can say hello to Richie Rees. Richie, thankfully the rain stopped, because an hour ago we were wondering whether or not this game would go on.
Yeah, it didn't look great originally, but the pitch here at Rodney Parade has actually absorbed a lot of that water, and you can expect a lot of kicking early on. That's twice now. Clark Logan has refused to get that kick away after good kick pressure from Wales.
Turnovers. Apologies if you hear some language coming through the referee's mic there, but Wales with the most turnovers in the championship so far. And that's a very good start, and Clark Logan feeling the pressure there at the breakdown.
Yeah, good kick pressure by, it was a combination of Kenzie Jenkins and Tom Cottle for Wales, and look what it's resulted in, where Wales are now so early into the game, particularly with this where it's got your threat over the ball, got the turnover, and it's allowed Wild to kick that ball deep, probably, what are we, 7-8 metres from that Irish try line.
Harry Thomas, 4 tries already, the tournament's top scorer. He's going to take his position at the back of the maul here. This has been a strong suit for Wales, but look at Billy Corrigan working through to spoil that ball. The Leinster lock has got there. Outstanding work. Yeah, Billy Corrigan.
Yeah, he just lost his feet, Harry Thomas, and he was down to Corrigan, though, working his way through that defensive line out. Thomas just lost his feet, and as soon as it hits the floor, Corrigan just stays where he is. He doesn't need to move, and he just stops that ball coming out. But it's exactly what Thomas has scored off in the previous 2 games for Wales so far this year.
Well, it's a largely new group for Ireland. The majority of the starting 15 winning their 3rd cap here in round 3, but Corrigan, one of the anomalies, an 11th cap for him tonight. On the books at Leinster. They've had a few good locks over the years, of course.
Yeah, they've got a brilliant system, haven't they? You just look at the amount of Leinster players that are in this Irish squad tonight in that 23. 5 on the bench, and 6 starting.
Good pressure on the scrum from Wales. Penalty number 2. First at the maul, then at the scrum. And that is a big change from the way these Wales versus Ireland fixtures have started over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, interesting enough, a quick discussion just took place between Wilde and Bedell, just off camera, but it's all down to this, the pressure of this Welsh scrum. That front row of Emmanuel, Thomas and Scott all over that Irish front row. What a good opportunity.
Johan Emmanuel back in the starting team. And that ball taken well. Good line-out ball for Harry Thomas to try and go to work again. This looking very promising for Wales. Referee takes a good look. They're just short, but he's going under the post.
He's got to go to a yellow card if this is a penalty try. It's be interesting who he singles out here. He's got to go to a yellow card, though. He's looked at 5.
Corrigan.
Yeah, he's looked at Billy Corrigan, but he didn't take any mess in the referee, Morgan White. Straight under the stick, 7 points for Wales. Brilliant start, 3 minutes in. Just the fact that they stay square here. Thomas, the hooker for Wales, just stays behind that tight 5 in front of him, directing orders, directing matters. And then it's just forced a decision out of Morgan White, the referee. Wales 7, Ireland 0.
Well, Ireland have barely had a touch since taking that opening kick-off. Clark Logan was under pressure, then the rest of the team followed.
Great kick return.
Daniel Green takes that line out quickly. Kick to compete. This isn't something we've really seen from Ireland. They've kicked long, but given the conditions, it's a great take by Green. He was on the bench for the England game. He started round 2. Excellent prospect at 15, and it's meant Charlie Maloney can go on to the right wing, where he looked absolutely deadly against the Scots, particularly in that opening quarter. Out the back from Fahy, and then it's a good tackle by Oshan Roberts on Sam Wisniewski.
Yeah, it's the 5th phase already for Ireland now. They've got to start thinking about managing this field in this weather. Heavy defensive line speed from Wales. There you go, back in the pocket, looking for the air.
Another kick to compete, this time big man on the air. Jaina McCarthy, the captain, but Harry Wilde gets there. And this time it's Ireland to pick up the penalty.
Oh, it's Tom Bowen. He's just gone off his feet, just with his right leg, though. His left leg, he stayed up. This just must have been his right leg. His right knee touched the ground. And again, the referee, Morgan White, straight in over the top of it.
And now Wisniewski. Conservative touch around the 22. A good opportunity for Ireland to bounce back.
Look at the height on Tom Bowen on this, trying to secure with this ball. He does well initially. Look, just gets hold of the body on the floor. His left leg's still up. It just must be his right leg. It's a harsh call for me, that.
You're on the line.
Here's Henry Walker, another man returning from previous experience with the under-20s. Scored a try against Wales in the World Championships this summer. And now he's digging for this ball in the 22. Walker. Good carry from him. Ireland finding a bit of gain line ball in hand. McCarthy, head down.
Yeah, interestingly enough, so far already in this game, what are we, 6 minutes in? And Clark Logan, the 9, he's not looking to put any pace on the game at all. He's looking to manage the field, and he's waited for his forwards to come around the corner.
Wisniewski, big pass, great ball. Maloney cannot stop scoring.
Tom Bowen signalling to check the knock-on with that. The assistant referee, Jerome Rosnier, I'm sure they look at it off camera, but it's just the speed that they swing back around the corner, Ireland. So as you see, they've set to go left, and then they come around the corner of Viesta, and it's a miss too, and he's just gone straight through. Wales a little bit too passive on an edge.
Harry Bedell wants the knock-on as well. They'll get a great angle from here. Charlie Maloney. Oh, has it gone loose?
Oh, he's kept his forearm on it. He looks as if he lost it initially.
That's a great spot by Morgan White. But he's going to take a look.
And in the action of grounding. Stand by.
So the ball's gone loose, but separation is what they look for.
Yeah, and it looked from that first angle, it looked as if his forearm was on the ball.
So the ball's gone loose here. Is he back in control of it? Is there separation?
Looks all right to me.
Oh, Charlie Maloney.
So currently I'm just checking if there's loss of separation from the palm of the hand. I'm seeing yes, it is.
Well, that's a great shot to give you an idea of the conditions that these young men are trying to play rugby in.
I have a decision, so back on the ref, please. So he loses control of the ball from the palm of his hand. It's knock on in goal line dropout.
Yep. No try, knock on, clear separation, goal line dropout.
Sam Grove-White to the rescue for Wales. And a shake of the head from the Ireland coaching staff.
Yeah, and I'd be inclined to agree with him a little bit then. He maybe lost it initially, but he's regathered it before he puts that ball down. So interesting call from the officials, but on we go.
Just wait 10, please.
Well, that would have been quite the response for Ireland. Down to 14, their first attack, their first opportunity. Crossed the line, but not grounded. Not a lot of distance on that, and McCarthy can take it and charge forward again. Good carry, straight through Tom Bowen. Now a loose ball.
First one's back, second one.
Yeah, it all comes from the initial tackle. So as he's carried McCarthy, he's gone through Tom Bowen, but the ball is shot out for Clark Logan at the back of that contact area, and it's scrappy for your 9. And as soon as that happens, he's feeling the pressure. The knock-on effect, the pass isn't great. It's gone through the legs, accuracy is off. And it all comes through the defensive line speed from Wales. Good result.
Well, big scrum this, all eyes on Tom McAllister on his first start, and Johan Emanuel.
Bind! Set!
Much steadier for Ireland. Oh, a little knock on there, or is it? Yes, it is. Late whistle from the referee. Thought Harry Wild might have got away with it, but this wet ball, this surface is going to cause problems all night.
Yeah, it challenges skill sets is exactly what it does, and you know it has been heavy rainfall just before kick-off, and that's what Wales can't afford to do. They're a man up, Ireland still down to 14, and now look at this for a position that Ireland attack from. Centre field scrum on the 22. Keep your eye on how Logan Franklin, the Wales scrum half, defends now, because he can't go and put pressure on 8. He can't effectively take a side away. So it's really important. You can just see Steph Emanuel jumping behind the screen just at the back of that shot. Little bit of indecision how they're defending, where they're setting up.
Well, he's gone to trap Conor Fahy, who's just switched sides. They've got Wisniewski to the left.
Yeah, Fahy's jumped back right as well.
And now they've got Green in at first receiver. Out to Smith, into the 22, and a cover tackle by Steph Emanuel. Oh, the ball's knocked on again. Oh, and Ireland twice now in a great position, fumbling that ball.
Yeah, they've got away with one Wales there. So far, he moves back late, but he engages Wild, the 10 for Wales. He just sticks, so he gets outside him, and then that, we know how important in conditions like this retaining possession in contact's going to be. You've got to have a double arm carry, particularly work hard on the floor to present that ball adequately for your halfbacks.
9.
Twins there, Richard Whiffen and Mark Breeze on screen. Coaching setup for Wales.
Crouch! Bind!
10 minutes gone. Penalty try separates the teams. Charlie Maloney's try chalked off. And Evan Minto carrying forward for Wales.
Inside, hold 9.
No
7.
risk from the box kick. And that's put into touch there by Harry Wild.
Yeah, good kick pressure from Michael Foy. Very diligent player. Munster played a lot for Munster so far this year. Abrasive carrier. Absolutely loves his lineouts. So he'll be driving that for this Irish 20 side.
Don't huddle, please. Yeah, 30 seconds, come in.
Gone to a 5-man.
Walker to the front, to the maul, and away comes Bobby Power. Owen Smith loves that forward carry. Could be a good night for him if he can keep hold of that ball. Pick and go from Walker, and this gain line Ireland are getting.
So go back on side. Good.
They're in the 22 again.
Yeah, yeah. Accidental, I know, I understand, but it's accidental obstruction.
Yeah, just a bit of accident. They got a little bit of timing wrong then. Did Wales, the referee, Morgan White missed it, but he got fed in by his assistant, Jeremy Rosier.
Yeah, just take a step forward, please.
You could just see
the mark's inside.
Tom McAllister, the Ulster man, just got caught in front of his fellow forwards. Accidental offside. Another easy out for Wales.
Crouch!
Since the try, he spent a lot of time looking right.
Set!
As Franklin delivers, Ireland have got rid of those early scrum nerves.
Good feet.
Just to get out of trouble, excellent work. Both teams carrying well with the opportunity. That's Tom Cottle in the scrum cap, his first start tonight.
Hold eight,
Young lock forward. Logan Franklin's going to send this one up. Oh, a touch on that as well. Good pressure from McCarthy. He's been all action. Now Conor Fahey thinks there's some space inside Johan Emmanuel. He was right too. And the clean out's good as well. Tips a good one, and Michael Foy into the 22. Foy charging, bearing down on the line. What a carry by the flanker, and Ireland now on the front foot. Best opportunity of the match for them, 13 minutes in. It's just slowed down, but 2 meters between Ireland and their first points.
The quality of the ball presentation from Ireland is really, really important now. Wales' tackle height has got to be low. They've got to start lower.
Step here, one more.
But still, Ireland charge. This set up brilliantly by Michael Foy. The tip from McCarthy. And again, the big men charge forward. 1 meter to go. Fahey wants it. Fahey. Oh, a meter short. Tackled by Ocean Roberts. Red bodies desperately trying to stop this Ireland train. McCarthy. Is it down? They're going to look.
If Harry Wilder's got his foot under that, he has done an unbelievable job. He doesn't look too confident, but the referee couldn't have got much closer.
Coming to you. My on-field decision's no try. I always have it under a boot. Just want to check it was grounded first.
On-field decision, no try. You want us to check for a grounding. Stand by, we'll look at the best angles.
Aina McCarthy has gone through so much work in this opening 14 minutes. Is it rewarded with a try? Or has Harry Wild become Harry Houdini and got Wales out of trouble?
I don't think you'll get a better angle in these two. The referee's right there as well, but from the initial one, it looks like Wild.
Kenzie Jenkins as well has got an arm under it, but any part of that ball on any part of that line and it's try time for Ireland.
Yeah, the key question is here, though, is what the referee said. Morgan White, he's effectively framed it negatively as already from an Irish perspective, so he's got to find clear evidence of how and why this ball was grounded.
Just going to look at the last angle, Morgan, but we've got nothing conclusive so far. Morgan, have a decision on the angles we have. There's no evidence of a grounding. Stick where you're on field, no try.
Twice Ireland denied by the TMO Sam Grove-White. But it is not for lack of effort, particularly from that man, Aina McCarthy.
Yeah, don't forget as well, Ireland is still down to 14 men. All this is going on. Wales still ahead, but Ireland down to 14. They're getting through a lot of work.
Yeah, good.
And with that, big Billy Corrigan is back on the paddock. In fact, that kick has gone right down his throat, but he's let it bounce, and Charlie Maloney, one of the players denied, carries that in. Wales just struggling to get a touch at the moment. Ireland very patient through the phases. And another knock on. But now a foot race. Here goes Steph Emmanuel after this one. Emmanuel's got the shoulder ahead. Stephen Emmanuel for Wales. A loose ball, a bit of magic, and Wales over for their second try.
I'll tell you what the difference in this play is. Watch the reactions from the Irish player, particularly keep your eyes on Clark Logan. He throws the pass, and straight away his body language drops. He walks. Compare that to Stefan Emmanuel. As soon as that ball goes to the floor, he gets a foot in it and he wins that foot race. Poor pass start from here now, Clark. And everybody walks from an Irish perspective. The reaction isn't there. And you flip that to the other team and it goes to Wales. Stefan Emmanuel, what speed from the inside centre.
Now, Morgan White has said time off. Is there something else to look at here?
Okay, I saw that one, but yeah. Thank you. Right, if it's clear enough, it's okay.
Either way, outstanding work from Emmanuel. And now the conversion is being set up. And time back on confirmed. Well, what a momentum change. It has been all Ireland since the try.
Yeah, and that's what you need in weather like this, particularly as challenging your skill set. It's 2-3 poor passes from Ireland, and they've conceded 2 tries from it. But it's the reaction from Wales. Again, the defensive line speed, putting a little bit of pressure on this Ireland attack. But Stefan Emmanuel, that man in shot, he's been relatively quiet in the opening 2 games, but he's a leader, he's experienced. He gives brilliant clarity on field with regards to his talk, both in attack and defence. And we saw his physical aspects then, the pace and the ability to finish. Outstanding from Emmanuel.
Well, the reaction here from Ireland has to be massive because they'll be shell-shocked. Good tackle by Maloney. Well, not rolling away is the penalty call.
14.
Yeah, he's not shy of the whistle. Well, Morgan White at the minute. I don't think we've gone over 3 phases either side. Just 16 minutes in. But he just got caught in the tackle to Charlie Maloney, and he just can't get out of that. And again, easy exit Wales. It's just what Wales are after.
A deeply frustrating opening 16.5 minutes here for Ireland. Short numbers in the line-up, little fingertip from that, and now Henry Walker can bring it forward. Emmanuel's over it, but he's driven off. Ireland have been very good on those initial clear-outs. Now Wisniewski puts some width on it. Another of their Leinster representatives, Sam Wisniewski. Wales searching for that ball, and winning that ball, Tom Cottle.
Yeah, brilliant from Wales. Again, that defensive line speed. Ireland going, Wisniewski, go into that edge, go into that first, into that 15 channel. But it's the tackle by Harry Thomas, and then it's Cottle in over the top. And Wales just need to take a little bit of steam out of this now. Make sure they walk to the line now to get the calls and just stay in possession of the ball. This is a perfect start for Wales in the opening quarter of this game.
Line yours.
Well, discipline in the opening quarter was something that Wales were very poor on against the Italians a couple of weeks ago, and of course Ireland flew out of the blocks. 3 tries in the opening 20 minutes, and they're up against it here. That one's overthrown and now picked up by Ireland. Wisniewski. Well, it was a 50-50, and he got there just ahead of Stefan Emmanuel.
Yeah, was he? Playing the 9, over the wrap.
Penalties, one of the new rules. You can't touch the 9 as they're in and away looking to play. And he's feeling the pressure's good from Wales, though they're putting that pressure on Clark Logan, the scrum half for Ireland. He has had a bit of a ropey opening first 18 minutes, so they're clearly looking to get pressure on him. But they've just got to temper their emotions just a little bit, Wales.
Keep them on you, please. Take a step.
All smiles for the top brass.
3, are you 3? 3.
But the rain continues to fall here. These conditions aren't getting any easier. Well taken by Foy, under pressure. And Ireland could come again. Good take by Smith up above the head and dealt with by Harry Thomas. Back the other way now. Nice feet from Fahy. Harry Beddle missed that jackal, but Wales continue to go for it. And then Corrigan out of the sin bin. Wisniewski. There's Kieran Mangan. Oh, what a tackle.
Sam Scott. Oh, you just got to manage that.
Tight heads on wingers. Oh, that's been dropped as well, is it, by Clark Logan?
No, not Connie's kicked it forward.
No, says the referee. Oh, Dan Jemin celebrating that one, acting as a speed bump, causing the knock on.
Yeah, Scott Snedden, the defensive coach for this Welsh 20, said he'd be very, very happy with that 6-7 phases there. It's all Wales. You're talking about winning dominant collisions between Harry Thomas, Sam Scott, Stefan Emmanuel and Harry Beddle. And it's putting pressure on this Ireland 20s team, and they're not taking enough accountability as they're carrying ball into possession. It's coming loose, particularly on the floor as well. But it's a credit to Wales so far.
What's the solution to that then?
I think maybe take a little bit of speed out of your feet, go into contact a little bit slower, but you've got to tuck that ball. The conditions are really, really difficult. But when you're being faced with collisions like that by Harry Thomas, it's always going to be difficult to win. They're a heavy pass movement team, Ireland, so they're making a lot of passes, a lot of ball movement. It just doesn't suit this weather, so you have to have a plan B.
But Johan Emmanuel is down getting some attention from the medical staff. Harry Thomas is plastered in mud and blood, as he so often is. And Ireland are in a huddle. And given the territory and possession they've had, 69% possession so far, probably wondering how they're 14-0 down.
Yeah, they just haven't been accurate enough, and I think that's probably down to a little bit around their gameplay. Tactically, how they're looking to set themselves up, but they haven't been accurate in contact area, in the carry. Some of their skill set in their pass to catch is just letting them down, and it's not really allowing them to go multi-phase.
Well, just looking at that pitch now, I cannot believe how much it's improved in the last hour and a half.
You were on there just before the game, Dave, weren't you, with a brush?
Yeah.
Just getting the water off.
I thought you were going to say with a dinghy and a paddle, because it felt a little bit like that's what we were going to need. However,
yeah, great opportunity, 50-22 here as well from Wales. Wingers high for Ireland, plenty of space in that backfield.
Something that Stefan Emmanuel has been able to exploit.
Both sides, feeding. And stability.
Yeah, first things first, those two packs will be thinking, scrum time. Right, over to us.
Billy Bohan on the loose head side for Ireland. He's come in because Usmanov is out for the tournament. That's a big loss for the Irish. He's an outstanding prospect in the #1 jersey.
Point! Set!
And it comes to Wild.
Hold inside. Okay, on.
Bit too much backspin on that for the 50-22, but it's pressuring the touchline. And that one kept in field.
Good kick, he's got good length on that under pressure.
That's gone backwards from Harry Wild. He's kicked it clear, and I think he's got rid of that before the referee could make a decision. And the kicking battle ensues. Ireland going for this kick to compete. Big chase from Wisniewski, and Wild does a lot better this time. Harry Wild puts the burners on and gets around a couple of defenders. The Rodney Parade crowd sensed something illegal there, but the officials in a great position as Jemin took it in.
Yeah, the narrowing attack are Wales now. They've got to get numbers around the corner if they're going to look to play. If not, go back to the air. Don't put yourself under any pressure.
Johan Emmanuel on the back foot. This time Ireland getting up quickly in defence. And Wild does go to the air. Bit of a nothing kick, really.
Inside 50.
Good kick that, he'll find the grass easy.
Oh. By easy, you mean about 30 centimetres. It was a good kick in the end.
As soon as it came off his boot, I knew, Dave. Yeah, but good. Well, that's good from Ireland. Wales just need to set a little quicker in their backfield, but you can see how good Harry Wild has been so far in the opening 22 minutes in this game. He beat 4 defenders just in that one motion of play.
Cottle takes it. This time it's Michael Foy trying to swim through, and Ireland love trying to put that pressure on and turn that ball over. Logan Franklin sends it up. Good take, Charlie Maloney.
Yes, a third good take from Maloney already in this game.
Corrigan met by Cottle.
Backwards.
Another ball squirts out from Ireland. This time backwards though. Takes them back to halfway and they start again with Bobby Power.
Get Tom Cottle all over.
It's Kenzie Jenkins.
Yeah, he's just got caught in there after making the tackle. But that's something Wales don't need to do, being 14 points up. Just let Ireland have the ball. They're playing themselves into trouble at the minute. Goes easy, and discipline will allow Wisniewski to go to the corner and find territory for Ireland. It just gets caught there. And if that's the case, you have to leave the contact area from a Jackal perspective.
30 seconds on the edge, please.
But if you're just tuning in, you might look at the scoreline and think this is a game that Wales have dominated. They scored an early penalty try, then a speculative Stefan Emmanuel, bit of brilliance, but Ireland have been over the line twice and they've been denied twice. Ball knocked on by Charlie Maloney, and Dana McCarthy held up by a quite miraculous piece of defending.
Yeah, they have to build now, where Ireland, a lot of their forwards were on the floor. They've got to build and get back around that corner.
It's Billy Bowen with the carry. Clark Logan gets there. Wisniewski, Charlie Maloney, another loose ball.
Yeah, knock on in the tackle.
But another great attacking position here for Ireland. Scrum put it inside the 22.
Yeah, if you're that Irish coaching setup of Neil Doak and the rest of his coaches, you've got to start looking for some solutions now. I'd look straight towards your half-back pairing, Logan and Wisniewski. They're just trying to chase things already into this game, just 24 minutes into this game. Wales have been good defensively. The more passes you make, the more chance of error there is. In this weather, with the state of the pitch and the rain still coming down here at Rodney Parade.
Again, apologies if you overheard some language coming through the referee's mic. Maloney. Well, instead, it's a dummy thrown by Clark Logan. Good line by Maloney.
He's done well, Bedell, though. He just bought himself a little bit of time to get off that scrum, to get into the defensive line, put Logan to floor.
15 minutes to go until half-time. Ireland back in the Wales 22. And Logan digging for ball. Short one from Smith. Another ball's gone forward.
You're offside when you play the ball. 10. Offside when you played the ball. Never back on.
Yeah, penalty gone against Harry Wilde. He's not onside as he's just kicked that ball back.
Is he a touch unlucky there with the knock-on?
It just depends where he comes from, yeah. But one thing Ireland need to look at is they're getting isolated. Their forwards are getting split off set piece. So half are staying one side of the ruck, half are folding. So that leaves them isolated in their carry and easy to double hit defensively.
Well, we've seen a knock-on miss there by the referee, and it's handed Ireland a brilliant position. And a great line out to Walker, on the money with his darts. Now he digs in for that ball, looking for Ireland's first try. Now the backs join. Owen Smith's tuck in, and it starts to move towards the line. As close as Ireland have been, edging closer, slowly, surely, a mess, a melee, a try.
Yeah, careful, everyone. Try's given. Try's given. Let's go, man. Come on, that boy. Come on in, Tom.
Oh, it's been coming for Ireland. Twice they've been denied, it wouldn't be a third time. And so many bodies committed, it had to happen.
Yeah, they just stayed in there. It was the combination, ironically, of Smith, Maloney and Mangan just joining that Irish line-out drive. So they had 13 plays into that maul, and it was just too many for Wales to try and stop. I think it was Henry Walker who got the try, the Ulster man. Very dynamic carrier. But it's been coming, that try, if we're honest, Dave.
Certainly has. 14 points to 5, and finally Ireland have some fruits for their labour here in Newport. Henry Walker. You know when a team commits that many backs to a maul, they have to score. If they don't score there, then it's serious trouble. But 14-5, game on, clock ticking towards 28 minutes. And Harry Wilde goes a little bit deeper with the restart into the 22.
Inside.
Good chase by Boshoff as well. He's all over that kick clearance. Takes a little bit, 5-10 metres off the kick, but it's still a good clearance from Ireland. Back up onto the halfway line.
Is it funny how the game works? Because Charlie Maloney will feel a little bit hard done by because it felt as though he grounded the ball. And Wales will probably feel a little bit hard done by there because the knock-on was missed that led to the penalty.
Yeah, but it's all these things are outside the control of the players. You know, it comes down to the officials at these, you know, whether that's the TMO or the 3 on field. So they've just got to concentrate on the next job. It's momentum. How do they affect it? It's a knock-on there from Lineland, off the line out. Into
the breadbasket of Tom Cottle, and now Dan Jemin.
Don't overplay Wales. Just go straight back to the air.
Bit of pressure there on Wild. Ireland up and up quickly.
Hold. Get back.
It's a tough kick to take as well, end over end. Oh, a little bit of footwork and a risk taken here, not going for the kick. Good shot by Bobby Power. And Logan Franklin.
I think that's Harry. Yeah, I think that's Harry Thomas that was in over the ball then. He saved Jack Woods then. It's brilliant secure of that ball. Wales don't go through too many phases here.
They're not interested in the box kick at the moment, are they?
In this weather, though, just go back to Wild, go back to 10, just get length.
8-step.
Just get your clearance kick in. Otherwise, you're inviting this pressure at contact area time.
Okay, rock loss now. Get back on, please. Free. Back. Hold here.
It is slow ball, and it's another phase here.
Yeah, they're asking for trouble here in Wales. That's 4 phases that they don't need to play through. I appreciate you're outside the 15, but play it earlier. Kick the ball earlier.
And up the tram lines it goes.
Straight out as well.
Yep, on the foot.
Yeah, some responsibility has to come back onto your halfbacks. Between Wild and Franklin, they're overplaying. They've gone through 4 phases that are increasing the likelihood of Wales turning the ball over to get the kick a little bit easier. But ultimately, the kick then goes straight out. It's relentless pressure from Ireland at the minute, but it's all Wales is doing. They're heaping pressure on themselves.
Henry Walker. Another good line-out ball. That is a part of the game that has gone very, very well for the visitors. And this Moore walking through as well. Dan Jemin is going to be called off here, as is Tom Cottle. And Ireland's around the 22 again. Logan finds Owen Smith.
Yeah, he's carried well, Smith, hasn't he, in the opening half hour of this?
Yeah, he's been their go-to man in midfield. Brought him back into the team, started against England. Was on the bench against Scotland. Oh, another good tackle.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time in this game already. Ireland are looking for that inside ball. They're looking for some tight, heavy forwards, forgetting to fold. But at the moment, Wales have got there. They've picked them up.
Another inside ball, another knock on by Ireland.
Backfield space, Wales take it early.
Oh, Owen Smith.
Knock on advantage.
Well, Wales asking for a penalty. At least they're being polite. I'm not sure there was one there.
Definitely not. That's Harry Thomas. Look, a court asking for a penalty, but it was just a knock on.
Around the neck. Around the neck. Foul play. Number 5.
Well, it's almost like you've got a crystal ball, Richie, because you've been predicting the pressure that Wales are putting on themselves, and look what they've just done in the 22.
It's just the least amount of phases and rucks you could go through in this weather, the better. But Wales at the moment, they seem to be quite happy going multi-phase within 30, 40 metres of their own try line. You're increasing the risk of error. Just pull the ball back to 10, just go long with your kick.
Another great chance here then for Ireland.
No compete.
Another great line-out ball.
Backwards.
Aina McCarthy has to clean up. A little bit scrappier than he'd have liked. I think in training they glide over the whitewash there, but not to be. Not yet anyway. Pick from Tom McAllister, the tight head. Quicker ball, Henry Walker. Well presented.
Yeah, this is where Ireland will stop looking as another knock on. They've got backfield space.
Oh, Wales trying to play from inside the 22.
No advantage.
And this time no advantage, and the referee brings the phase to a halt before Wales can get themselves in any more trouble.
Yeah, if you're both sets of coaches going in at half-time now, accountability in your carry is so important in these areas of the field, particularly the likes of Billy Corrigan, one of the biggest men on the field. It's a credit to Wales's defensive setup at the minute. But Ireland are just giving turnover after turnover in key areas of the field.
Well, the men on the edge, the likes of Bowen, Mangan, Boshov, Maloney, they've had so little to celebrate in this game so far. If they do get a chance like that, they are going to try and attack from deep.
Yeah, and I think we've barely mentioned Jack Woods or Aidan Boshov between the pair of them in the back three for this Welsh side. Both ex-Haberdasher Monmouth students. Jack Woods just left there last year. He's now at Bath. He's very exciting, dynamic, intelligent rugby player in the backfield. But we just haven't seen enough of them so far.
7 minutes to go until half-time. Let's talk through a few numbers for you then. Wales, 35% possession, 65 for Ireland. Oh, Mr. Tia Tia has come along. I think he probably prefers it if you call him Mr. Tia Tia, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't look particularly happy there, but that's James Chaperon just behind him, Ryan Chambers, Matt O'Brien, the whole setup of the Dragons coaching team.
Sam Hobbs there as well. He was the forwards coach for the under-20s last year. In fact, he played at Rodney Parade in 2008, last time Wales played the under-20s.
He's older than that. He looks much older than that, Dave Sam Hobbs. He's got to be at least 50.
Well, you take that back because he was a few school years below me in Brecon, so we'll leave that in the nice pile. Clock back on. Rain keeps falling. Wales in their 22.
Inside.
And Tom Bowen clearing with the left boot. And Ireland can come again. They will feel very good about the position they're in and the opportunities they're going to have to try and close this score up before half-time.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some decisions here now, Wales. So they're going to go up and challenge, or do they stay down? Ireland have had a bit of success on these driving line-outs. So let's have a look. Do we see Cottle? Do we see Jenkins in the air? Putting a bit of pressure on, forcing this line-out.
No compete.
No compete. They've stayed down.
Good. Play the ball. Play
in the hands of Bobby Power.
Sack's fine. Players in front. Accident offside. It was a sack, so it's a tackle, and then players in front. I said use it.
He said use it, but he didn't give up very long. He gave them about a second.
I've tried to shout use it. We got players in front. That's why it's that scrum.
Again, nice easy out for Wales. They've just got to get their exit right between Emmanuel, between Wild. Emmanuel played a bit at 10 in his younger years as well. He's got a big boot on him. I would just go as long as possible, as quick as possible in this exit. Challenge Green in this backfield for Ireland.
Set. That's inside.
And that is a good kick by Harry Wild up towards halfway, and perhaps a sigh of relief for Wales.
Yeah, now make that your template, Wales, for exiting. Just exit as quick and as long as possible. Get this Irish side as far away from your 22 as possible in this weather. We've seen you don't have to do much to score tries when the conditions are this bad.
Just set, decide, set, otherwise I'll free kick you. Okay, let's come in there, please.
Just looking at some more numbers for you as Richard Whiffin stays hydrated. Wales in these opening 35 minutes have made 97 tackles compared to Ireland's 25.
Yeah, and to put that into context, at this age group, you look to make around 120, 130 whole game normally per team. So they are big numbers, and that will take its toll later on in the game.
Well, it did against France in round one. Competitive for the first 40, and then France just put their foot on the gas. And we see it with Irish teams all the time, so comfortable on the ball.
Coming back, stay on side.
So comfortable, being patient, going through phases. Maloney trying to create some space. Dan Green nudging behind, and the right idea, just beaten by the touchline.
Yeah, he needs that to stay in field there, Green, but it's just the timing of the pull-out. As Wales go quick on the exit and use Bowen's left peg again, that's a brilliant exit. It's just what they need, as quick, as clean, and as comfortable as possible. Well done, Wales.
Red on the line.
But we're talking about numbers here. Wales have missed 10 of their 98 tackles. Ireland have missed 6 of their 26.
Yeah, particularly in this weather, though, I wouldn't miss tackles wouldn't be a huge factor in winning and losing games because of the weather. You bring line speed and try and force sides back in.
Well, Wales have pinched that line out for the first time. Skimming ball that someone's going to have to clean up. Little backdoor offload. It's risky, but it's paid off. Osian Roberts.
Yeah, these little edge kicks as well, Wales need to look for. This Irish backfield is out of position just a little bit. Again, we're around this area of the field. Get back in the pocket, Wild.
Jeremy, not quite up to halfway.
Use it!
Logan Franklin. Just a little nudge there by Tom McAllister to try and apply some pressure.
Advantage, knock on off red.
Knock on off Osian Roberts, so Ireland with it now.
Scrum advantage.
Wisniewski looking for the 50-22. Oh, he's very unlucky there. Well, the Wild must have had a touch on that, otherwise he'd have left it go dead.
Yeah, that's probably the difference at the minute in the kicking game. Wales looking to kick short, contestable kicks off both half-backs and not regaining any. For Ireland quite happy going longer, looking for space in the backfield. With the picture, the ball's just skidding on with it being so wet.
Wild didn't get a touch on that. I don't know why he hasn't left that go dead.
It's a sack.
Will they live to regret that error, Wales, as Ireland come again? 2 minutes until half-time. Foy again. Over the gain line again. Aidan McCarthy. It's been so busy. 8 carries already for McCarthy. Oh, nearly intercepted by Emmanuel. Just a knock-on. But another chance now for Ireland. Knock-on advantage. And Charlie Maloney slipping through tackles and driving the legs. Billy Corrigan.
No advantage. Knock on. Yeah, it's knock on only.
He's just got to be a bit more clearer
Clear
in his calls, referee Morgan White.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just looking around, looking at him for answers. What's the call? What's the decision? Steph Emmanuel's gone for the intercept, so that's fine. He's fully entitled to do that. Just goes straight through his arms. Time for a breather just before half-time.
I think everyone will have been relieved. There has been a lot of industry from both teams in this first half. Most of it for Ireland has been inside this Wales 22. They've been sloppy with the ball. A lot of lost possession, a lot of letting Wales off the hook. But they seem to have tidied things up in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, they've gone back to type a little bit, haven't they? They've gone to their strength, particularly around driving line-out time. Wales have got to decide if they're not going up, they've got to stay down, and they've got to do better at either sacking that drive, sacking that initial player, or stopping the drive. Because at some point the dams will open and Wales and this Irish attack will be able to get into multi-phase and get their best carriers onto the ball. At the minute, there's some skill errors just letting them down. But they would have taken this, Wales, just before half-time. 14 points to 5 up at home in Rodney Parade in Wales.
But they've scored 2 tries. They've only really had 1 opportunity.
Water's off now, please.
Again, it comes back down to possession. We've mentioned it already, David, 65% to Ireland. And if that needs to change in the second half, how do you change it? You've got to first and foremost start looking at your kicking game. Go longer.
Just a bit more space.
Force Ireland to play out from deeper in their own half. At the minute, everything's short. Keeping pressure on themselves, Wales.
So Ireland lined up. They've got Wisniewski behind the scrum. 2 men to his left, 3 to his right. Charlie Maloney hugging the right flank.
Yeah, the key defender here, Logan Franklin, scrum half for Wales. Keep your eye on him. Watch what he does. He can't put pressure on the base of this scrum. So he is going to be a trigger here. Which way do Ireland attack? Where's he gone?
Aidan McCarthy from the base and looking for quick ball here with Clark Logan. Wisniewski checks back in field. Wales have slowed it down, but it's still with Ireland. And Billy Bowen, he's met. That's another good carry. The forwards have done so well for Ireland. But it's not quick. Wisniewski, cross-field, acres of space. Lovely feet there from Kieran Mangan. Can he get there? Not this time. Oh, it seemed harder not to score.
Short. Goal line, hands up.
Still short, but Ireland banging down the door just before half-time. This feels absolutely enormous in the grand phase of the game. Logan, Smith, oh, great carry by Smith, great score. Outstanding strength in contact by Owen Smith.
Yeah, Owen Smith, what a carry. That dictates the try through that man. He's on his own, he's isolating his carry. I thought it was the wrong call by Clark Logan to go to his centre, but it's a great kick by Wisniewski. And he finds Maloney on that far edge. He just has 2 steps, but what is good from Ireland here is the patience in the 22, 5 metres from that Welsh try line. They've got double body weights over that try line, and that's got us to half-time.
Well, with that, this game is in the balance. 2 tries apiece. Ireland denied twice. But with that conversion, it's just a 2-point game. This one on a knife edge at Rodney Parade. Stefan Emmanuel and the penalty try for Wales. Owen Smith and the hooker Henry Walker. And with the conversions, it's Wales 14, Ireland 12 at half-time. Staring down the barrel of a 2-point deficit. They've dominated territory, they've dominated possession, they've been denied by the TMO, but Wales searching for back-to-back victories across 2 Six Nations, home against Italy at Cardiff Arms Park and here at Rodney Parade, find themselves on the right side of the ledger. Capacity crowd here in Newport as well. They have turned out in their droves to see the next generation of these 2 great rugby nations. Of course, the curtain raiser for the Principality Stadium tomorrow. That man, Owen Smith, has been superb in the first half. 6 carries, 39 metres, 1 brilliant try. Can he add to it? Can Ireland get themselves ahead? Can Aidan Boschop find a way into this game that hasn't been particularly kind to the wingers? Morgan White makes sure everything is good and proper. And Sam Wisniewski gets the second half underway. Big chase here, competitive kickoff for Ireland. They won't win it back, it's into red hands. And I'd imagine there'll have been tactical chats in the sheds at half-time, Richie Rees, and both teams probably looking at going at things a little bit differently in this second half. Yeah,
you'd like to think so, particularly from Wales's perspective. They've got to kick longer. Their territory, I think, was down to 80 as they go to probably a 20-metre kick. They need to start regaining some of these if they're going that shorter. But you'd like to hope those discussions were going on at half-time between the coaching group. Get a little bit of length. In doing so, get length in your kicking game, you'll get a bit more territory.
Well, the first one bounced. There's Scott Snedden there, he's defensive coach for this Wales team. However, he is kicking coach for Scarlet, so I wonder if he'll have had his say on that kicking strategy for this second half. Clark Logan had a bit of a disastrous start to the first half. A much better start for the second, though. Ireland sticking with the kick to compete. That has been regathered, and that is an outstanding piece of skill.
Yeah, Tom Bowen.
It's been a change for Ireland in the front row. Paddy Moore is wearing 17, but he's come on for the tight head, Tom McAllister. That is a fantastic kick.
On that.
And Harry Wilde doesn't gamble. Certainly in terms of distance, Ireland winning that kicking battle, but it's a good nudge up the tram lines from Wilde, and Ireland can build from halfway.
Great kick from Dan Green, number 15, the Ulster man, the Queen's University product. Great length in that kick. A good return as well from Wilde. 2 longer kicks.
Good line out, short numbers. And another knock on. In terms of handling errors, that takes Ireland up to 9. And it feels like more. Éanna McCarthy is asking for the referee to check contact in the air. And it's been cleared.
It's been cleared / not looked at, but It has to be. It has to be. The Irish players now have to be accountable for their own actions when they've got their hands on this ball. I think that's 7-8 turnovers, handling errors for Ireland. You're just giving Wales the ball straight back. And a good attacking opportunity for Wales. Wild, Boshoff tucked behind that scrum.
A confirmation it's in fact Alex Mullen, not Paddy Moore, who's come on. He packs down in the whitest jersey on the tight head side. Started the opening 2 rounds. He'll look to solidify this scrum against Johan Emanuel. It's Harry Beddle with the foul mouth.
I think it's a combination of Beddle and Harry Thomas.
Oh, and one of the Irish lads as well. Don't worry, after the game I'll wash their mouths out with soap and water, but in the meantime I can only apologise if you are offended by the language that's coming through your sets.
Yeah, keep your eyes on this triangle of Stefan Emanuel, Harry Wild, Eden Boshoff for Wales. They're going to be key. Are they going to width? Are they going in the front door? Expect a lot of movement out the back. Expect Johan Emanuel in the front door.
Here is Emanuel. Carries it directly instead. Clark Logan hanging on for dear life, but it needs to go to ground here. Ireland create the maul. Franklin can get there. It was a good direct carry there from Emanuel. The kind we've seen from his opposite number, Owen Smith.
Thank you.
Wild. Little grubber in behind.
They need their backfield right here, Wales.
Hold.
Oh, it's a wonderful kick. No meters to work with at all for Dan Green. He's taken them up over halfway.
He's shown up well, hasn't he? He's had limited ball in his hands, but his kicking game, he's spotting space in that backfield. He's a year young. He's got next year at 20s level as well.
Wales to the front, and Sam Scott, and the pressure coming on from Ireland, who knocked the ball on once more, and that has been their Achilles heel.
It's good initially from Wales to Johan Emanuel, straight, standing down on the floor, but they've got to get that process a bit quicker. Emanuel to Franklin, that needs to be away. Get your depth right. There's always going to be pressure coming through that lineup.
Speaking of pressure, Michael Foy coming through there. He is a giant of a man at 6. Saw the big size differential there. Harry Beddle, the Wales captain, not the biggest of back rowers.
But he's been good, hasn't he, in the opening 2 games, and in this he's abrasive. Gets some quite a few dominant tackles.
Set.
Well, that scrum not going anywhere. And Alex Mullen has made the difference for Ireland. Little nudge into space, nearly into the hands of Ocean Roberts. He's knocked that on. And Ireland can look to play. Conor Fahy places it down.
Advantage over.
And Green.
Chase is on.
Just on the 22. Tom
Outside.
Bowen returns it.
It's gone straight out, I think, is it?
Oh, it hasn't. Ends up being a brilliant kick by Bowen.
Yeah, hold. Back. Retreat. Right. Okay.
Woods.
Hold free.
Not as much distance. That drops just outside the 22.
Straight away, we're seeing these kicking battles now, which are
Oh,
longer,
right,
and you
18.
see both packs
Onside.
just staying in the middle of the field for a little bit, but no one wants to play towards their own try line.
Bowen on the chase. Needs to not overrun it here because Maloney enjoys a broken field.
Well, they've got numbers if they look to pull this of Ireland. Next phase, they can strike to go. It's got to be quicker in the middle of the park, though.
Instead, Wisniewski sends it to the skies. Fahy gives chase. Boshov underneath it. Great chase by Conor Fahy. And now Ireland pour on the pressure.
They've been lucky there, Wales. They haven't been done for going off their feet.
Well, they have been penalised for that in the first half. Tom Bowen was pinged by Morgan White.
Yeah, they need to make sure they get this defensive kick chase line back in order. A lot of backs were involved in that first contact area. But it's gone longer.
Wisniewski assesses the options. Well, he sliced that off the boot. Offloaded to Johan Emanuel. That's there just in front of his brother Stefan. Wales don't want to get stuck in the middle of the pitch here.
He wasn't expecting that, Emanuel, either.
He's giving it to Green. He puts that straight into his own man, Billy Corrigan.
Yeah, accidentals just hit 5. Scrum.
Oh, and another little bit of luck for Wales.
Yeah, scrappy for both sides though. Probably a scrappy 4-5 minutes. With kicking battles, it's always your third or your fourth kick in the kicking battle where a side will get a little bit bored and look to go. The idea was right from Green though. It's just execution. There was space there over the top of Corrigan.
Well, that's the first one that's let him down. Dan Green, he's been excellent with the right peg.
Yeah, same setup for Wales. You can just see Bosch off Wild. Emmanuel, that triangle is there again. Last time they went in the front door with Emmanuel. Let's have a look what they do.
So no one on the short side as Ireland really put it on the Wales scrum, but illegally. Billy Bowen on the loose head side.
Yeah, big decision from Wales. Has Harry Wild got this in the locker for the sticks? He's going to assess, he's going to have a look, he's going to have a chat with his skipper.
And he's going to go for it.
Yeah, that's exactly, it's the right call. The pitch has definitely dried up a bit, so he's going to have a little bit more grip with that plant foot. Is that man there, Harry Wild? He's been key in this game so far. That's Richie Pugh just running the tee on for him. But the penalty's gone against that Irish front row, just running around. The call came from the assistant referee just below us here at the main stand by Rue Campbell.
First opportunity for points for either side in this second half as we approach 9 minutes. Harry Wild, just the one opportunity for points so far. Kicked the conversion from the Steph Emmanuel try. This one, far from a given. It's got the legs. It's got the line. 3 points on the board, 17-12.
Yeah, good kick, Wild. He's just drilled that. It was 2 steps with a good, nice little follow through. Nice, clean strike. As we look to see, looks as if Wales are looking for a substitution. I think we caught a glimpse of Harry Ford, but we'll have a look.
Well, it's how Wales have approached the Six Nations so far as Tom Bowen gets those fast feet going.
Use it!
Harry Ford, a little bit more of a maverick than Harry Wild.
Use it!
Keep your eyes on Corrigan for his kick pressure here. His kick pressure is going to be massive on Logan Franklin. He's taken that back into the 22 as well. So if that's gone straight out, that... Some may say pinpoint accuracy, that.
Time off, subs.
Well, there is Harry Ford coming on for his 12th cap on his home ground, the Dragons man.
Time's off.
Like for like swap with Harry Wild.
I think we'll see a bit more of Harry Ford with the Dragons so far this year, but give this man credit, he's been under a lot of pressure. Harry Wild in the opening 50 minutes of this game, but bringing on Harry Ford brings his kicking game into play as well. He's got a good length on his kicking game, and he'll be coming on with that exact message. You can guarantee it.
More good line out ball and more good gain line for Smith. Connor Fahy there with the clear out. And the way these big Irish forwards clatter into contact.
Yeah, Wales just need to be careful. They don't need to chase breakdowns.
Okay, onside.
More good length on the kick, but Tom Bowen calms things down.
Yeah, hold, Red, hold.
That stays in field though. And Wales with some defending to do. Dan Green.
Hold in front, 5.
Serious height on that up and under. And Jack Woods comfortable underneath it. Plays a lot of his rugby at Bath University and Bucks Super Rugby. Plenty of representatives for Wales, Scotland and England from that competition. Harry Beddle, another one actually, captain of Hartpury University.
Yeah, that's your third kick now in this kicking battle. At some point very soon, someone will get bored and they look to play, and they look to play early. But the key is the timing. Is it the right decision at the right time? What defensive picture have they got in front of them?
Use it!
If not, stay in this kicking battle.
There's been a lot more pragmatic in this second half. First touch for Harry Ford. Here's Kieran Mangan. Some space to the left-hand side if he decides to attack it. Instead, checks back in field and Ford wrestles him to the ground. Ireland up to halfway again, charging down the middle they go. Out of the back, Wisniewski. Over the top now, Mangan. Steps Boschop, but then the Bristol Bear recovers. Oh, what a shot on Man Ronan.
A double collision, but watch where Harry Thomas comes from. He blindsides him.
Oh, Wisniewski. Chase down. Oh, but then Johan Emanuel a little bit high. He's unlucky there, Emanuel. But Wisniewski ducks himself out of trouble.
Keep doing that though, Wales. Put that defensive line speed on, because it will force an error, and sometimes you will get that little bit of indiscipline, but in that area of the field, it's not a bad outcome. But what a tackle from Harry Thomas. He blindsides him in like a rocket.
Well, they're coming to a close up at Kingston Park.
6 sub, 6 red.
Here we go, taking a look at this. It's 2 big men, isn't it? Well, it's 3 big men if you include Man Ronan in that too.
Great work by Thomas and Scott. The duo from the Welsh front row. Great double shot.
Okay, time back on, please.
For Wales. Number 20, Kyle James, and number 6, Dan Jennings.
Kyle James is on for Wales. A debut. Massive night for him. What an occasion. And what a game to come into as well. Another diminutive back rower.
Okay, let go now, please.
Yeah, he actually played for Gloucester in the Prem Cup just a couple of weeks ago against the full-strength Exeter side, and he was excellent in that game.
Oh, good contest, and Kyle James takes the loose ball for his first touch.
No, rock. Use it.
Yeah, he captained Gloucester under-18s, Kyle James. He's made a couple of Prem Cup appearances and a few for Hartbury. In a back row as the ball's charged down, and Jack Woods has to have his wits about him. Ronan loses his footing, which buys Woods a bit of time.
Needs to go off though, he's just off the side of the boot unfortunately, but it's a poor pass by Ireland in the backfield.
Dan Green's going to chase his own kick here and take it unopposed. And then Steph Emanuel in with the footballing skills. It's starting to break up here, and Wisniewski, lovely ball out of the back door.
As soon as games start getting sketchy like this, oh, it's great work over the ball. Is it Harry Thomas again? Oh, Sam Scott.
Well, tight head props making key turnovers in tight games.
At 54 minutes into the game, but as we were saying, it's this kick pressure originally, just setting a little bit too flat and the kick trajectory too low from forward. But Sam Scott, body position, wins the heights, the battle of the heights, and someone that big is always going to be hard to remove.
Well, he's just leaving the field there as I was about to pump up his tyres, Marlon Ronan, because it's a massive show of character to get absolutely melted in midfield, dust it off, kick pressure, make the charge down, and a set of studs between him and an excellent try. Louis Trevette has come on for Johan Emanuel. 3rd cap for him, another of the Bristol Bears, and here's Conor Kennelly making his debut in the row for Ireland. Special night for him as well. Can he make a contribution here?
Yeah, watch the work of Man Ronan at this line out. He gets his bodies, gets his arms through, straight through that line out. That's exactly some of the issue that Ireland had in this first half.
Just looking at these tackle numbers, Harry Bedley was top of the pops last week. He's made 23 tackles in 55 minutes, and Thomas with 20. The top 5 all from Wales, and given the tackle numbers, 138 to 47, that's no surprise.
Yeah, and Harry Thomas for your hooker, for your front row, they are huge numbers. The Llandovery Scarlet man, he's been excellent so far in this tournament. He's showing up really well.
Again, the scrum is busy. Ireland can go up the short side here. First time we've seen Clark Logan's pace, and he does look quick. James misses the tackle. Emmanuel's back there to make it, but Foy, more meters from the blindside flanker. A little bit sticky from Clark Logan. Nothing sticky about that carry, though. It's a bit more impetus about Ireland, a bit more energy. And they absolutely need it too. Billy Corrigan still there in the engine room with Man Ronan now on the bench.
Move that way, good.
Yeah, they just need a bit more pace into the game to Ireland. Clark Logan, he's just got a tendency to slow things up just a little bit as he approaches that breakdown.
Jack Woods.
Hold 12.
The ball goes off, it's a great kick.
Good clearance from Woods.
And it felt like it needed to go off as well.
It did need to go off, build multi-phase pressure. If that doesn't go off the field, there's a lot of trouble, there's a lot of unstructure in your defensive line. But he was under a bit of pressure as well, was Jack Woods. Played a lot of his rugby at 10.
I don't know the numbers. 6. Yeah, come in now, please. White, come in.
Coming up to 57 minutes. Ireland scoreless so far in this second half. Just the Harry Wild penalty, his last contribution of the game, to marginally increase Wales' lead. Owen Smith, tackled by Harry Beddle. Another tackle
Use it.
for the Wales captain.
Hold.
Wisniewski trying to put that one over the top of Bowen.
Inside. Inside.
And Ireland edging closer all the time.
Yeah, and you can just see why and how they're doing it. They're looking for length in that kicking game. They're finding Bowen a lot in that backfield. And with his left foot, he's trying to go back up that channel as well. But it's a difficult kick. He's managing it well. Initially, that man on your screen, Tom Bowen, the Cardiff man who stood up so well for Cardiff rugby so far in this domestic league.
That's once.
Probably had more opportunities in the URC and the Challenge Cup than he might have expected, as Logan goes again. Great pace, and the inside ball, a good one to Walker. Ireland around the 22 here. Spent a lot of time there in the first half, and Wales clattering men again.
Leave the 9. Good.
Now is there some width on it here for the Irish ball, attempting to get Fahy round the outside. Boshov makes a good read.
He's done outstandingly well, Boshov. He's wrapped the ball in the tackle as well. I think it was Fahy trying to free his arms up, but Boshov's done well there.
Back with Wisniewski, tries to take it to the line. Inside ball to Bowen. Good hands from the forwards. Wisniewski thinks there's a gap. There isn't one.
I'm not sure what they're seeing around that contact area at the minute. That's the 4th, 5th time they've gone there in the game, but it's been shut down every time.
Over the top, Fahy's out there on the edge now. And up to the 22 he goes. Morgan White, the referee, making sure Wales are onside. Patient phase play here from Ireland. Where is the gap? Where is the hole? Wisniewski thinks about the kick. Instead finds Smith, who nudges in behind. Jack Woods is there again. Sets himself and clears.
Yeah, another defensive set for Wales though. They'll take that. It was probably a kick a phase too early for me. They had numbers outside them through Smith, did Ireland. But they look to find space in that backfield, but Woods has got across there well. Has the Bath man.
Full-time score from Kingston Park. England rampant. 57-13 winners over Scotland. Scotland now 2 years since they beat Wales at home. They're bottom of the pile, but England, it is very much an upwards trajectory, as Ireland found out in round 1.
Don't change 2. That's once.
He's got to get his timing right as Clark Logan, when to play out of this driving maul. At the minute he's waiting until it stops, then he's looking to play out. That means a defensive line from Wales is set.
Smith finds a soft shoulder. More game line. He has been so good tonight, Owen Smith, as has Aina McCarthy, leading by example. Well, we're getting to the point now, both teams frustrated, asking the referee for penalties.
Yeah, he's just got to be more decisive, the referee.
I'm not sure Billy Corrigan was expecting that. I think it was meant to go out the back to Wisniewski, but it is another phase as we pass the hour mark. That one bounces up to Maloney and then knocked on. And once again, for the umpteenth time, a handling error ends a promising Irish position.
Yeah, at the minute it's a little bit un-Ireland-esque. Ireland, if you think about it through the years and what they're like nationally, they're quite happy in multi-phase. They're patient, they've got really tight, narrow attacking shape. But we just haven't seen it from this Ireland 20 side today. As Wales go to the bench.
That's a change at scrum half for Wales. Sean Davis. He comes in for his second cap, and big changes, new energy in the front row for Ireland. Mikey Yar coming in It's his Six Nations debut, got a couple of caps in the Summer World Championships. And David Walsh, the Leinsterman, coming in for Bobby Power on the open side flank. Also Paddy Moore in as well, made his debut in round 2. Well, 20 minutes to go, still a one-score game.
Yeah, knife edge, isn't it? It's so edgy at the minute, both sides. There's plenty of error in the game, but no one wants to play an awful lot of rugby.
Another debut, Luke Evans, the Exeter chief. Played for both Wales and England at under-18 level. Such is the way of the world, a giant of a man. 6'6" or 6'8", depending on who you listen to, but he has to duck to get through the door right away.
Go for 6'7" and go in the middle, but there's huge potential in Luke Evans. He's a big, as you said, Dave, he's a big physical man, but he's a proper line-out operator. He carries, he's dynamic, he's athletic. It's just what you need now in your pack in the modern game. As those two, Declan Kidney, Neil Doak, were on the coaching setup. They will not be happy what they've seen in the opening 60 minutes of this game.
These are new challenges for Ireland, aren't they? Because there's obviously the quality there. The pathway hasn't disappeared, but they've had such a great 3 years, haven't they? 2 Grand Slams. They lost the title on the last day last year with 4 victories and a draw. But it's been a bit tougher for them this year.
Yeah, it has, and you've seen the quality that they've had over previous years, that the progression they've had of the 20s players into the senior professional game and into the international game. But what a scrum.
Oh, again, Ireland have gone after the Wales scrum. They've gone after it illegally. It's Alex Mullen this time, who's bored in.
Quick thumbs up from Sam Scott.
Oh, he knew exactly what was going on the other side of the scrum.
Appreciation to the ref.
To be fair to Sam Scott, I wouldn't be surprised if he is feeling the heat out there. He's still out there. Louis Trevette has come on for Johan Emanuel, but given the volume of work he's gone through, Scott, in the top 5 tacklers, he's carried 7 times as well.
Louis Trevette, he's at Bristol, plays his rugby at Bristol, but he's a Cardiff boy. He looks the absolutely spitting image of his father, Nathan Trevette, who played a few games for the Cardiff Blues back in the day. Ocean
Roberts, rare carry for him. We've not seen a lot from this Wales backline. And Wales, with their hands on the ball, oh, it's spewed out the back, Trevette. And now Bowen, he'll take the long way round. He doesn't mind this, but doesn't want to run himself into trouble, and doesn't at all. Oh, Tom Bowen, ankle tapped up over halfway. A little bit of magic from the diminutive Cardiff winger. There's a hand on that from Mikey Yar, and he wins the penalty.
I was going to say, he got isolated then, but what a carry, what a run from Tom Bowen. That is Tom Bowen's game, but Ireland have got themselves out of trouble then by that jackal turnover by that man Yar. But Tom Bowen again, that's what he's done over the last 3-4 months for Cardiff.
Oh, this looked like a brilliant kick. They're going to have the line out here, Ireland, just 50 metres further up the pitch, and it's Tom Bowen, all 5'4" of him, stretching every sinew to keep that on the pitch.
He's done outstandingly well. And this is where you will find these mismatches. Someone like Bowen, the pace, the lateral movement, the acceleration that he's got. Look who he goes through. It's your type 5 of Ireland, and that's what they haven't been able to do enough today.
I'll speak to you next round.
He's done very well there too.
Wait, time's off, time's off. How many, boys? 6. Okay.
More changes. Tom Wood wearing number 22, a debut for him, son of the great Keith Wood. And Jean O'Leary-Corrine comes on for his 3rd cap as well. So Ireland, plenty of fresh legs, plenty of fresh energy.
Yeah, he's very much a different shape to his dad, Tom Wood, isn't he?
Oh, Keith was a good ball player though. But yes,
he is being peppered at the minute, Tom Bowen. He is being peppered. The ball is finding him, and that's what happens with good players. He's done well initially there to take the kick, but the supporting players just couldn't get to him quick enough.
Now, at what point, when you're Ireland, do you start thinking about 3 points here?
Yeah, I think you get to 70 minutes, but this is a good opportunity for me. This has got to go to the corner. with the success they've had in the driving line-out so far in the opening 63 minutes of this game. But it's just the end up. It's the quality of the kick that makes this happen. But intriguing last 16 minutes.
Well, the voice you could hear there was Harry Beddle attempting to chat to referee Morgan White, who
shooed him away, yes, effectively.
Wasn't interested in the slightest.
No.
With regards to Tom Bowen, I'm not sure if this is an injury or just an opportunity to fill the lungs. He's had a busy couple of minutes.
Yeah, if you compare the work rate of both wingers between Bowen and Boshoff, there's polar opposite. The ball has just been finding Bowen, and unfortunately for Boshoff, he just hasn't seen it.
Clear access.
16 minutes to go in this game. First line up for Mikey Yar. He's won a penalty already. Wales don't compete. And it's Maul time. Watch out for Mikey Yar. He's got his eyes up.
Yeah, he needs to stay there, Trevor. He needs to lend his weight. Don't let them get that corner.
Fahy. Oh, what a carry straight into Steph Emmanuel. Have Wales created them all? Yes, they have.
All Harry Beddle. Outstanding work, Harry Beddle. Leading by example is the skipper there, the open side for Wales. He rides the positive initial collision from Ireland, and he just gets caught under his armpits, and he doesn't allow him to get the floor. But great work.
Well, Harry Ford as well. He is a diminutive man. He has not got the large frame of some of his teammates, but he created that opportunity for Harry Beddle to turn the ball over.
Yeah, Ford got on the ball, that man, and shot Beddle. Between the combination of the two, one was on ball, one was under the armpits, and it's nearly impossible then to find your knees to floor to create the tackle.
Up to 30 now, Beddle. Remarkable numbers.
Huge numbers, huge
Wales
numbers.
have made 168 tackles to Ireland's 53 in this game. 15 minutes to go, still a one-score game. Evan Minto. Foy sniffing around that ball.
Hold in front, hold.
And again, Wales can clear to, I'm reluctant to say safety because it's all relative, and Ireland just building and building and building.
Yeah, and at some point, the amount of territory and possession that Ireland are having, the dam will burst at some point. But keep giving them pressure. Get up in the line-out. Challenge their drive on the floor. Bring your line speed.
Well taken, David Walsh. First touch for him. Big fen from Éanna McCarthy. He has been long-limbed now. There's a bit of movement on that ball. Harry Thomas searching for it, but it's still with Ireland. Michael Foy again. His numbers have been unbelievable tonight. Maloney out to McCarthy. Swats off Sean Davis, the replacement scrum half. K.O. James thinks he's turned that over. Referee says no. And Ireland into the 22. Clark Logan. He's got Tom Wood. Foy. Even when he falls over, he gets gain line. Wood again looks for the big ball out to Kieran Mangan. Again, Boshov's there. Slow ball for Clark Logan, and Mikey Yar knocks it on. And somehow Wales still lead.
It's poor game management for Ireland. In that area of the field, they don't need to be too worried about ball movement, particularly in these occasions. Just stay there. Force Wales to make the error. But Ireland are just getting things wrong so far today. They have all game. But it's that man, Harry Thomas again, being a nuisance at the contact area, just making that play a little bit slower. Too slow for Clark Logan.
Yeah, that was perfect. That's a good picture. Just keep that up. Just keep that up.
Well, they look relaxed, those supporters. but I think that's because the clock's off. As soon as the ball's live again, starting to feel a little bit nervous here around Rodney Parade.
Yeah, I think they're a bit happy as well that the rain has stopped here at Rodney Parade. But big 12 minutes. Big 12 minutes. Again, now Wales, nice, clean, easy exit. Get it done early.
Penny for the thoughts of Richard Whiffin and co.
Time on.
I'll tell you, get some territory. Get out of here as quick as we can.
Crouch. Point.
So now Alex Mullen,
Stand up, please.
the replacement
Fast
tight
side,
head
you
for
both in
Ireland.
At the same time. Just a bit more patience, please. Let's go. Quick set. Quick set.
He's been having a conversation with the referee while the ball has been dead. I wonder if he'll get rewarded for his...
He's been laying the foundations, Dave. He's been laying the foundations. Ben Street, that man in shot. Sean Davis in the Cardiff Academy.
Big fucking push.
He's a left footer, but will he back his right foot here? Don't forget, he's going to have a little bit more time. Could he just scoot off the back of the scrum and make this exit himself?
Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
And again, it's the free kick.
Pressure. Hold your weight.
And we are deep into the law change now. That means you can't reset that scrum. So Harry Ford
No, you can just kick.
will opt for touch here.
Yeah, I'd put it off. Make sure you put it off. Yeah, good kick.
It's a very good kick, but it does mean Ireland back on the ball, looking to add to this superior possession. Sam Scott.
He's been good, hasn't he?
Three red.
Well, he came in as an 18-year-old last year, still as a college player. He's still got a year left at the under-20s, should they need him. But he is looking like a very effective tight head prop. He's being replaced by a Dragons man, Owain James, for his debut. We're in number 18, and again, what a game to come into. More great line-out ball. McCarthy waits for Clark Logan, nudge into space and a great take, Tom Wood. And Ireland finding a way to get in behind. What can Charlie Maloney do? Such a dangerous player. He's had opportunities limited tonight.
Oh, check that tackle height.
Yeah, it's going to be checked as well. It was on Paddy Moore. Again, a lot more invention about Ireland here.
No. Rock.
Discipline, Wales, discipline. Don't chase these turnovers. You don't need to.
Both halfbacks involved defensively there for Wales. Maloney in off his wing, looking for work as he did so well against Scotland, hitting great lines for his tries. They miss out Green and go for Fahy. Paddy Moore.
Release.
He's driven backwards. Another little nudge there, smart nudge as well. Good kick.
Boshoff probably just 6-7 metres too flat in that backfield, and it invites that kick over the top. It's a great spot off the left peg. Just see Boshoff 5-6 metres too far up the field. And that opens that space up.
A couple of nice contributions from Tom Wood since coming on. Oh, and Ireland have pinched the line out. Here we go. David Walsh just short. 10 minutes to go. Is this the moment that Ireland equalise? What an opportunity. Foy with hands on the ball. Kennelly in behind him. A penalty advantage here for Ireland. Wales have ripped it. Booted clear by Luke Evans. It's a 19 on his back, not a 10, everyone.
Right, a hand. Keep your eyes out on a tap 5 penalty here.
Side 7.
Aina McCarthy has been doing his best to protect Clark Logan all night. Morgan White not having any of it.
Big decision that, to go for the corner there. It's a good kick from Wood. He's found that 5 metre line. That's all he can win.
Every time we see Richard Whiffin, he looks a little more deflated.
In the line, White.
Mikey Yar finds his man. Wales don't compete, and Ireland go to work. It's good work as well. Oh, it's just short. Mikey Yard denied. But how long for? Clark Logan, hands on the ball. Billy Corrigan the next to go. They're queuing up here. Alex Mullen, close to the line. Is he over the line? We're about to find out.
He's over. I just don't know if the ball's gone. Got to floor.
It's no try. Held up. Goal line drop out.
Third time Ireland have crossed the whitewash.
Yeah, it's interesting how Wales are defending that. So they're allowing these Irish players to come onto them, and it allows them to get their body under. For me, though, they're getting a little bit too selfish, close liner Ireland. They're looking very individual in their carries.
Is he going off?
But it's a combination of the two big substitutes.
James and Evans.
Owain James and Luke Evans, two big men, just getting their bodies under that carry.
Okay, we're playing on.
But Ireland need to be patient.
Quarters off now, please.
They're 2 metres from the Welsh try line.
Again, apologies for the language, particularly fruity tonight.
Time on.
You are doing a lot of apologising, Dave, you are.
The least I can do to our brilliant viewers. Not a particularly long kick there. Mangan can take it, and he's got time. Time to pick out Alex Mullen, the man denied moments ago. Mikey Yard, these fresh legs for Ireland making all the difference. Clark Logan checks back the other way. Wood, nice hands from Green to O'Leary Kareem. The Munsterman into contact. Wood. Oh, lovely work by Paddy Moore. Gets inside the Welsh tackler, then in behind. Now, can Ireland win the race? A score here would be absolutely huge. Time running out, not just for Ireland to score, but for Wales to respond if they do.
Balls available.
Camped in the Welsh 22, it seems. Paddy Moore again. He has been a busy boy since coming on for Billy Bowen. Wood. Oh, another knock on.
Play.
Knock on.
And Tom Bowen's there to pick up.
Defensive set after defensive set. You look at the body language of the Welsh players. But again, multi-pass play in this area of the field. Well, I tell you what's not helping it is Clark Logan taking 3 steps before he passes. It's allowing the defensive line to move forward 5 metres.
Wales now up to 207 tackles in 73 minutes. Give us an idea. You've coached senior rugby, you've coached international rugby, URC, you've coached schoolboys, academy. What sort of numbers are you expecting in terms of tackles made to win a rugby match?
Per team, you're looking at around 120 tackles. So for Wales now to be up, we've still got 6 minutes left to go, 209 tackles. You can tell it's taking their toll on the players. Even the bench that Wales have rolled, everyone's down, receiving treatment, hands on head, hands on knees. Because it is taking its toll. But at the minute, people like Harry Beddle,
Number 9's being subbed.
Harry Thomas have really been leading this defensive line, and it's been impactful. But they'll be feeling it tomorrow. They'll be feeling it Sunday.
Well, here's Will Wotton, second cap. He's a Sale Shark, Irish qualified. Sale Sharks, they've had a few 9s through the pathway in recent years. Nye Thomas, Gus Ward, both playing for England 20s. Rafi Quirk went straight into the England senior team.
Yeah, just keep it up here, square. Just control that weight here.
Harry Beddle and Harry Thomas have made more tackles between them than the entire Ireland team.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous effort by those two. And they've been the standout performers for Wales, both in attack and defence. But mainly for me, their work ethic is what separates them.
Now, is this a scrum Ireland go after? Yes, it is. But Evan Minto takes a wide line.
He's done well, Minto.
To give a platform to clear.
He's got a left foot. Sean Davis as well, a replacement scrum half. For Wales, so he needs to use it and it needs to go off the field. Kill the clock again, take another 50 seconds.
And it is Davis. Now, I tell you what, This game is being broadcast tonight in Welsh language and English language, and our colleagues Kenneth and Ivan are going to have to select the man of the match for this game, as Elijah Evans, another Cardiff product, comes on. Now this is going to be a tough one to pick because it usually comes from the winning side, so if they're going to roll the dice, then good luck to them. I'm glad it's not you and I tonight, Richie. As O'Leary Kareem carries for Ireland, they're going to be back in the 22 before you know it. Fahy, Dan Green, out to Kieran Mangan.
Mangan, that's 4 times so far in this game. He's come back in field off his left foot, where he's got 8 metres of space to run into.
Mikey Yar. Again, it's another direct one. We're approaching the last 5 minutes of this game, and the tension is rising with every phase. O'Leary Kareem, another ball lost forward. That can't go out on the full because it was passed back into the 22. And Wales just getting rid of it and inviting Ireland to come back, which they will, through Dan Green. Chases his own kick, but taken on the full. And Wales have hands on the ball.
Good clean from Wales.
Now cast your mind back 2 weeks. If you watched the Wales-Italy game, Wales were ahead with minutes to go and almost pressed the self-destruct button. Will they do the same again here?
Hold white.
Harry Ford.
They just need to make sure they get their backfield now. Wales right, between Ford, between Woods, between Boshoff, between Bowen. Just get your backfield right. Make sure there's someone there. It's a good kick. Good height.
Good chase by Bowen. And Wales over this ball. Oh, now they need to get out. Told they're not on it.
Yeah, they don't need to chase the turnover now, Wales. Let Ireland have the ball. Let them kick it back to them. Do not give a penalty away.
76 minutes. Ireland scoreless so far in this second half, but a try here means they'll have a kick to take the lead and win the match. Temperature rising in Rodney Parade. The pitch, having looked awful at the beginning of the game, looks pretty good now. There was a slip there that nearly opened the door.
Don't
but
chase
not
the contact
quite.
area, Wales. Oh, it was on to go out the back.
Tom Bowen desperate for defenders to join him, but Ireland go the other way. Fumbled by Tom Wood, who's going to kick that to Boshoff, who has time. This one is going out, needs a chase. It's the last thing the forwards want. Jack Woods. Oh, puts enough pressure on. It's been certainly knocked on. Outstanding from Jack Woods, his best contribution of the game.
There is nothing worse than that from a kicker. Tom Wood was about to pull a trigger. Watch him, off his left foot to kick that. Once he's taken his standing foot, there is nothing worse. It's like an ankle tap. And it's great work from Jack Woods. But Ireland today, they've been clunky, they've been inaccurate, and what set Wales apart so far is that defensive effort from that man, their skipper, down receiving treatment. Harry Bedell, outstanding.
76-56 on the clock. Luke Evans is down, Harry Bedell is down, everyone is exhausted. Ireland, so much possession, so much territory, so many opportunities, but the scoreboard reads Wales 17, Ireland 12.
Just to reiterate your numbers, Dave, that you're mentioning, 224 tackles made by Wales, 60 for Ireland, 60 against 224. It's a level of weather. The weather is an absolute level, and it's why it's so important in games. You get how you play the field tactically correct. Ireland today have got it wrong. Wales have got it right.
Well, there is a bye week after this, and those are the official tackle numbers. Wales 224, Ireland 60.
Nice and square here.
It's Wales ball.
Time back on.
And again, Ireland have fancied the scrum the last couple of times. They've not been rewarded yet. I'd imagine this will be going in and out pretty quickly. Watch Evan Minto. Fed from Sean Davis. In fact, it's a solid scrum from Wales, who go after it. And they've got the penalty advantage. Sean Davis sees half a gap.
You've got a free play, Wales. You've got a free play.
Could this be the moment?
They can take some time out of the clock here as well. He's gone across field.
Gone cross field to Tom Bowen. He'll have a go from here. The kick's deflected. We'll go back for the penalty now. If this is in Harry Ford's range, this could be the ball game.
3 points. Take time out of the clock. Take this game over 7 points. Look, keep your eye on the angle of Louis Trevette. Referee hasn't seen it, but they've got a penalty from it, and Ford needs to make sure he takes all the time in the world. What have we got? 120 seconds left on the clock, and he has got 50 seconds to make this kick.
Wales' last victory against Ireland at under-20s level came back.
Time off. The mark's back 5 metres.
Oh, Harry Ford is just trying to steal 5 metres. Can't blame a boy for trying. So the last victory came back in 2017. It was a thriller on that night. It was Ireland 38, Wales 41. It has been far more tense this evening. But this kick for Harry Ford, absolutely huge. Takes it beyond a converted score.
Yeah, make sure they get their kick chase right, Wales. So whether Ford gets it or not, they need to get their kick chase. Any ball back off the post, pick it up. But here we go.
Harry Ford to put Wales 1 foot over the winner's line. It's good. It's an 8-point lead. Ireland need 2 scores.
8 points, 70 seconds. Nice and clear. Keep your composure, just take the kick-off. They'll go short, they need this ball back to Ireland. So you can shorten up your setup, Wales.
Well, Tom Woods restarts. Ireland need this ball. Wales get this ball. It's a great take, and now Wales have got 40 seconds to stop Ireland scoring.
Ireland can't now as well, with the new rules, put any pressure on your 9.
And bigger picture, in terms of the league table, Ireland without a losing bonus point as it stands.
Yeah, they need to be really, really clean here on their supporting cleaners to Wales.
The Rodney Parade.
Stay on your feet.
Find their voice for hymns and arias. They've been the 16th man here tonight for Wales.
9 seconds, one more ruck.
And these are the nights they don't experience too often in Newport. But the clock is red. And Wales are a kick to touch away from an historic victory. The first since 2017, built on guts and industry, defence and spirit, 228 tackles. A phenomenal effort from 1 to 23. And the belief in this team finally manifests in a victory over a superb side. The player of the match is in your shot. It is Sam Scott, the tight head prop. Phenomenal at scrum time, in defence, in carrying. If he carries on in this trajectory, he is a star of the game, not just tonight, but a phenomenal result for Wales. They defeat Ireland. They deny them a bonus point as well. It finishes here at Rodney Parade. Wales 20, Ireland 12.
Everyone who showed their passion and energy on the stands tonight. Cymru yn fod Cymru yn chwarae i Iwerddon.
exactly what has happened tonight. I will say it again, 228 tackles was the final number.